pride. From the Chicagoland to lands afar, with Derrick Geyer, your sports czar. The game's the place from field to rink. Hot debates, fast takes, no time to blink. The Windy City roar, the fans ignite. Your circus of sports under radio light. Big time sports, feel the roar, where the wild games come to score. Guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland.
And welcome into Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer, on River Media Network. Sports. Hey, happy Friday. TGIFF. And if you know, well, you know. Well, let's get into it with all the relevant Chicagoland sports info for today. Going into this Sunday's matchup against the Detroit Lions, the Bears have released their injury report. And as expected, Joe Tryon-Shoyinka will be out. He is a defensive end for the Chicago Bears, and he did not participate all week because he suffered a concussion in last week's game against the San Francisco 49ers. So the Bears will be missing him. Safety Jaquan Brisker, he is ruled, well, he did not participate in practice today. He is listed as questionable, along with Nick McLeod, cornerback, illness. He was limited today. Then we also have Ozzie Trapillo. He's been suffering from a knee and quad injury. He was limited in practice all week, but he is listed as questionable as well. And the missing link, well, not really the missing link, Rome Odunze for the Chicago Bears, wide receiver, picked at the 9th position. Same draft as Caleb Williams. He has not participated all week until today, but he was limited in practice and he is listed as questionable. I'm not exactly sure if he will be playing or not. I hope that is not a game time decision because if it is, then it's going to be a roster spot that is going to be taken up, and no one will be, suited or fit into it. Other notables that I've mentioned a couple days. Josh Blackwell, he was a full participant, cornerback. Luther Burden III, he was suffering from a quad. He was a full participant. Jonah Jackson, he was a full participant today. He was suffering from an illness that seems like it was going around and through the Chicago Bears locker room. OZ or Oz Alamid Zacchaeus, wide receiver. He was a full participation in practice, even though he was listed on the injury report as an illness as well. So flipping over to the opponent for Week 18's game with the Chicago Bears at Soldier Field, the Detroit Lions. Got several players that are out, 5 of them. Alex Anzalone, linebacker, he's out. He's suffering from a concussion, and it's also listed as personal. You got Tristan Colin, he's out, offensive lineman with a wrist. Thomas Harper, He is suffering from a concussion as well. Aleem McNeil, defensive lineman, abdomen. He did not participate. He is out. And Penei Sewell, tackle on that really good offensive line for the Detroit Lions. He is also out. Now, here are some of the questionables. Keod Owaskia. Awosika. Yeah, I'm just going to go with that. He was limited. That's a guard. Taylor Decker, tackle. Shoulder illness, rest. Did not participate today in today's practice going into the weekend. Listed as questionable. Christian Mahogany, offensive line. Giovanni Manu, knee. Amon Ra St. Brown, and all listed as questionable. And then you've got Avante Maddox, DB, back illness, full participant in practice today. So it looks like the Detroit Lions are going to be missing some key cogs up there for or on the lakefront this Sunday for that Bears kickoff that's going to be around 3:25 or so. And you could catch all that action here on WRMN 1410 AM. Game time is set for 3:25. You know what that means, right? You got the pregame show coming up at 1-ish, 1:30. Then you got the game starting at 3:25. And then the post-game reactions. So stick around for about 6 hours, 7 hours worth of Chicago Bears football as they finish off the season, hopefully on a high note. And we will be going into the postseason. So that is, well, that's a good thing. Obviously, it's a good thing because the Chicago Bears for the last, oh my goodness, not so good. But hey, first time in a long time that the Bears are going to be in the playoffs. It's just a matter of how the Bears fare against the Detroit Lions this weekend, whether or not they are going to be resting and sitting people, although, you know, kind of hard to say what Dan Campbell is doing because, well, it's Dan Campbell. He's biting kneecaps. He's biting ankles. He's cutting off appendages. I added that last part, but yeah, it kind of suits his. And if you you want to see my lovely face, you know, you could go to the WRMN YouTube feed, and that's WRMN YouTube at WRMN Radio. Oh my great googly moogly. And then if you also want to be calling in and getting your opinions, expressing your opinions about whether or not the Bears should be playing people, whether or not they should be resting them, or, you know, whatever it is, or, you know, how you feel this season will be, even if they go and face the Green Bay Woodpeckers next weekend and lose, or if they face, you know, I don't know, the Los Angeles Rams or the Seattle Seahawks or the San Francisco 49ers again and lose that playoff game. Will this season still be a success? I didn't mean to emphasize the suck on success, but would it be a sucky season if the Chicago Bears did not win that playoff game that is on the lakefront next week? I don't know. You tell me. At 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. And, yeah, come back on the other side of this break. You know, maybe I'll have a caller. Maybe I won't have a caller. Phone lines are open. I have no guess. So jump on in, be a part of the conversation here on Big Top Sports, WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. Back in a bit.
Here on WRMN AM 1410, we like to keep you informed and in tune to what's happening here in the Fox River Valley and what's going on here on WRMN. We recognize the importance of local radio to be a part of the conversation and to be a part of the community for the community.
You know, we talked about the importance of community theater, but supporting community radio is a big deal too. And, you know, for WRMN, this is a really cool thing that you guys do every day and a really important thing. You have to have a local media outlet to talk about what's going on in your town. So you guys do a nice job.
Tune in to AM 1410, WRMN. Don't forget, you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/WRMN Radio. Keep in tune and informed on what's happening here in the Fox River Valley, right here on WRMN.
Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Are you being audited or investigated? Has the IRS sent you a letter demanding payment? You may not owe what they claim. Make this free call to the tax doctor now. Let them negotiate with the IRS on your behalf.
800-234-0316. 800-234-0316. That's 800-234-0316.
Listen this Sunday afternoon to Handle on the Law.
I know we're at an at-will date, but for making a comment, like, hey, your hair looks good. And then I got a call from HR saying, hey, you know what, you're under investigation. Do I have any recourse?
Were you fired?
No, not yet.
The problem, Eddie, is they can fire you for any reason they want. They literally can wake up in the morning and say, you know what, I'm a little bored this morning. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to fire Eddie for no reason. Yep, he can do that.
Yeah,
That's California. Yep, welcome.
It's Handle on the Law this Sunday afternoon from 4 to 7 right here on WRMN.
Everyone needs to take care of their mental health, even running back Bijan Robinson.
When I'm on the field and feeling the pressure, I usually just take a deep breath. When I'm just breathing and seeing what's in front of me, everything just slows down. It just makes me feel great before I run the play.
Just like Bijan, we all need a strong mental game on and off the field. Make a game plan for your mental health at loveyourmindplaybook.org.
Love your mind.
Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Foundation, the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation, and the Ad Council.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
I'll trust water bottles and a flashlight to save the day, but I'll be proved wrong.
With a tornado approaching, I'll realize that I lack a wheelchair-accessible shelter.
When the floodwaters rise, I'll be up in the attic with 20 cans of beans. It's a recipe for disaster.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
And welcome back into Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. So, Chicago Bears are facing off against the Detroit Lions this weekend, right? So, in order for the Chicago Bears to actually secure the number 2 seed in the NFC as far as playoff seedings go, they need to obviously, 1, win the game against the Lions, or 2, they need the Philadelphia Eagles to lose to the Washington Commanders in order to secure the number 2 seed. And with that being said, according to Eagles reporter Jeff McClain, the Eagles plan to rest most of their starters for the regular season finale, including quarterback Jalen Hurts. Now, the backup quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles is Tanner McKee. And, well, have you heard of Tanner McKee? I haven't heard of Tanner McKee. Maybe he's the McKee to the Bears getting and securing the number 2 seed in the NFC. And when and if the Chicago Bears do secure the number 2 seed in the NFC, then it is going to be round number 3 against the Green Bay Woodpeckers. I mean the Green Bay Packers. I mean the Green Bay Peckerheads. I mean, the Green Bay, whatever. You get what I'm trying to say. So basically, oh, there I did it again. What needs to happen? And I in talking to a couple people in studio today and via group text and chat and all that fun stuff. I mean, there is the uneasiness of facing the Green Bay Packers again. I know I'm jumping ahead a week, right? I'm jumping ahead a week, but at the same time, it's pretty much where I think all Chicago Bears fans, and I don't mean to speak for all Chicago Bears fans, but yes, we got the Lions. Yes, the Lions put up 50-plus points on the Bears week 2. Yes, I'm sure there's a little bit of revenge factor here left for the Chicago Bears in this season. But, I mean, you got a bunch of players on Detroit that are hurt. You've got their key cogs. I'm on Ron St. Brown, one of their better, if not best, wide receivers on their team in the NFC North. A little dinged up, but maybe he only plays a quarter. Maybe he only plays a half. Maybe it's one of those deals where they rest him. So therefore, the Bears are going to get a little bit of help, a little bit of rest in, or for their secondary that, over the last couple of weeks hadn't been so good. You know what I mean? Because when you're giving up over 100 yards rushing, and I understand Christian McCaffrey of the 49ers is an absolute world beater, potentially, if he doesn't win Offensive Player of the Year or isn't in the conversation for Offensive Player of the Year, I would be very shocked. I doubt that he's going to win, the MVP or offensive MVP in the NFL. But then again, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. 1,000 yards receiving, 1,000 yards from rushing, from scrimmage, all the tutties that he's put up. But I mean, who knows? Basically it's anyone's game that plays the quarterback position. But I definitely think he's, his hat is in the ring as far as MVP goes. Then you're also talking about, Ben Johnson trying to rectify that 50 burger that the Lions put on you week 2 and that embarrassment that was that game. Because, I mean, make no mistake about it. It was an embarrassing outing, especially when you were, the Lions offensive coordinator for as long as you were, and you come over to Chicago, obvious rival, where you were expected to do great things. Now, you've already done great things on the year. You've already elevated the quarterback position. You've elevated the offense. You've elevated the offensive line. All awesome and stupendous feats. You have a quarterback for the first time in possibly Bears history to be passing for over 4,000 yards in a season. Possibly. But, I mean, make no mistake about it. That's a tertiary stat right there. The main thing is, the main stat that is on the minds of everyone is the final record. So right now, the Chicago Bears are 11-5. Never thought that would happen. Coolio, it happened. Great. Let's get to 12-5. Let's secure that number 2 seed. Let's take on the Green Bay Packers yet again. And I'm pretty sure that the NFL is salivating and chomping at the bit to have this as a wild card matchup, a marquee wild card matchup. Which brings me to the question that I had before I took that little break there. If the Chicago Bears go into the playoffs at Soldier Field and lose to the Green Bay Packers, will this season be a loss? I've already talked about, being greedy at various points here on Big Top Sports. You want more. As a fan, we always want more. We want winners. We want progression. We want, the ultimate prize. The ultimate prize, obviously, being that Lombardi trophy. Hell, I have absolutely no problem with saying that while it would suck to lose to the Green Bay Packers wild card weekend, the season, in my eyes, would still be a successful one. And it's a stepping stone. And the building blocks are there. Because make no mistake about it, I think Caleb Williams last year, with the likes of Shane Waldron, great googly moogly, Shane Waldron.
For the last time, no.
With the likes of Matt Eberflus, great googly moogly.
No.
He lost a season of development. And what happened at the very beginning of this year? Ben Johnson said that he was going to make it difficult on Caleb Williams. He said, get comfortable being uncomfortable. And that meant the entire team, but specifically Caleb Williams. At certain points of the preseason and training camp, Williams, from the accounts that I've seen and read and listened to, Williams was saying, and I'm paraphrasing here, that he wasn't sure if Ben Johnson actually liked him or not. Make no mistake about it. With the Chicago Bears, Caleb Williams, Ben Johnson, these two are in lockstep. The growth that he has shown throughout this season, and don't get me wrong, there are still times when it is maddening when he misses a wide open receiver. I get it. I understand. But still, absolutely maddening when he misses wide open receivers. The growth is there. The comprehension of Ben Johnson's system is there. I'll be talking about this a little bit more on the other side of this bottom of the hour break. You are currently listening to Big Top Sports with yours truly, Derrick Geyer, on WRMN 1410 AM.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby, brought to you by Rain-X. The CDC says flu season is off to a rough start, with cases rising faster than in recent years. More than 19,000 people were hospitalized last week, and officials estimate at least 7.5 million illnesses and more than 3,100 deaths so far. While schools, government offices, banks, and stock markets are closed on New Year's Day, most major retailers and grocery stores will be open with modified hours. Delivery services are limited, and shoppers are urged to check local store hours before heading out. Fewer Americans filed for unemployment benefits last week, signaling that layoffs remain low. The Labor Department reports jobless claims fell to just under 200,000, though officials note holiday timing can affect the numbers as the job market continues to cool. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
CVS Health supports people in the moments that matter, from picking up a prescription to connecting care. With nearly 5 million daily interactions and serving 185 million consumers and 1.5 million healthcare professionals, CVS Health holds a trusted place in healthcare. By simplifying care and improving health, we're helping people get the care they need. Learn more at cvshealth.com/Investor Day.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-990-1551. That's 800-990-1551.
When disaster strikes, flood or fire, every second counts. At Emergency Construction Group, they specialize in immediate response and same-day service for any residential, commercial, or industrial emergency across the Chicagoland area. With over 30 years of experience, they've got the expertise, manpower, and equipment to handle any size loss fast. They follow strict IICRC guidelines to restore your property the right way, the first time. Their team values transparency, constant communication, and strong ethical standards because your peace of mind matters. Licensed, bonded, and insured, they're here for you 24/7, 365 days a year. Call 855-4ECG now. That's 855-432-4669. Or visit their website at emergencyconstructiongroup.com and let Emergency Construction Group put your life back together one step at a time. That's Emergency Construction Group. Your satisfaction is their passion.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. Brought to you by Hot Hands, America's favorite hand warmers. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 17. Wind around 5 miles per hour. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy with a high near 28. Temperatures falling to around 26 in the afternoon. Wind gusts as high as 10 miles per hour. Currently, it is 18 degrees with clear skies. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
FIFA World Cup 2026 is coming soon, but your opportunity to be there starts now through an exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card. For a limited time, become a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card holder, and you will be eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America NA in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. Rights reserved.
Ladies and gentlemen, step on inside. It's Big Top Sports, your thrilling ride. Big Top Sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score. Geyer guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland. Football frenzy and hoops so high. Baseball swinging as seasons fly. Hockey blades cutting swift and true. Sports carousel spinning just for you. Big Top Sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score. Geyer guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland.
And welcome back into Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. I love that button. Sorry if some of you don't out there, but I do. It's part of what I do here in the studio and at the control board. So, yes, talking about the Chicago Bears at before we went to break there. And one of the things that I think needs to be talked about, you're talking about Caleb Williams. You're talking about how he is only 270 yards away from passing the 4,000-yard passing completion yards on the total season. So a 4,000-yard season for a Bears QB passing-wise, right? But just think. Last year, we were talking about how the Chicago Bears gave up. I almost kind of threw up in my mouth there, regurgitating the fact that the Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams was sacked, 68 times, right? 68 times. And this year, he's only been sacked 27 times. But if you think about it, how many times has Caleb Williams put the ball right in a spot where he's needed to, and his receivers have just flat out dropped it, started trying to run before making the catch? The ball bounces out of them, through their hands, whatever. And you're coming away with 27 times this season that the Chicago Bears have done that. And it's indicative of the yardage and everything as far as that goes. So just imagine if they would have caught half of those passes, the additional yardage that Williams would have had. Not to mention if Caleb Williams wasn't sacked 27 times. And I'm not saying anything against it, because damn, to go from 68 sacks last season to 27 currently on this season with one more game to go, that is a hell of a lot better positioning with the Chicago Bears offense, which is why they're able to do so well this season. Not to mention running the ball, rushing the ball. DeAndre Swift, Kyle Monangai doing their thing. Occasionally DJ Moore up there or back there in the backfield doing his thing as well. It's what needs to happen. 27 drops, not so good. Especially when you're talking about drops going on 3rd and long, 3rd and manageable, 4th down, dropping the ball. Not very good. And with that being said, it's a hell of a lot better this season than anything else that we have had so far. And you take into account those 27 drops. And if you were to take into account Caleb Williams' completion percentage of 58%, right? Well, that goes up a tick or two. So instead of being at 58%, you might be around 62, 63%. Not terrible. Still probably not good. Well, it's nowhere near good enough to where Ben Johnson wants Caleb Williams to be with the 70% passer completion rate. And you're definitely talking about potentially not needing another 270 yards to go over 4,000. But even still, he is a magician back there. And I don't know how. Maybe I declared this yesterday. Maybe I'm declaring it now. But right now, I am on the Caleb Williams bandwagon. There, I said it. Breaking news. Breaking news here on WRMN 1410 AM on Big Top Sports with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. I am on the Caleb Williams bandwagon. The arrow, it's not just pointed up for Caleb. It's horizontal, or maybe horizontal, vertical. I don't know. One of those two. Now I kind of feel like a little fool talking about that. Horizontal arrow. Okay, horizontal. Yep, vertical. So it is vertical. It is going straight up. It is not going to the side. And this is an exciting place to be at. Because, well, we already know as Bears fans how absolutely horrendous the last 10 years have been. And it's still a work in progress. Caleb Williams is nowhere near the complete total package. Maybe next year he'll take an even further step. Hell, maybe next game against the Detroit Lions, he'll take the next step. The offense will take a next step. I don't expect to see anything out of the norm of what we've seen this year as far as the Chicago Bears offense goes with Ben Johnson. However, in 2 weeks, I think he's going to have something for the Green Bay Packers, assuming that the Bears win on Sunday, or even if they don't, the Philadelphia Eagles lose on Sunday. I truly believe that the Bears will be playing the Green Bay Packers in 2 weeks for Wild Card Weekend. And in doing so, that third time around, Ben Johnson's going to have something for the ass. Just saying. But there's a flip side to that coin as well. I also think that Matt LaFleur and the Green Bay Packers might have something for the Chicago Bears as well. And because these two guys are really, really good coaches. And they can see down the road. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you don't have to look very far back into the past, into 2025. Just look back into that last game where the Chicago Bears were victorious at Soldier Field over the Green Bay Fudge Packers. The Green Bay Woodpeckers. The Green Bay Packers. To where they had the formation set up. 13 personnel, which is 3 tight ends. Colson Loveland, Komet, Smythe, and then you had that DJ Moore fella out there on the side. With that being said, yes, Thank you, Dennis, on the YouTube feed at WRMN Radio. I need the vertical. And setting the Packers up, setting the Packers defense up, playing the long game. And oof, that was a long game that day. And then going for that home run ball in overtime, getting it to DJ Moore. That is where Ben Johnson is so good at. Hey, well, thank you, Frank. I know we should be waiting until the weekend, but I'm talking about all scenarios. So same thing could be said for, the Los Angeles Rams. Make no mistake about it, the Bears will be hosting a home playoff game. Whether it's going to be at the number 2 seed or at the 3 seed, the Bears are going to be home at Soldier Field. And I could talk about that all of next week. But it's still nice to say that the Chicago Bears are in the playoffs. So for you, those of you that are listening, and I'm talking to the YouTube people right now on listening to me and watching me at WRMN Radio on YouTube. For you guys watching me on the feed, because I know I could get some reaction from you guys. Or, if you wanted to, you could call in at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. If the Chicago Bears were to lose in the first round of the wild card playoffs, would this season still be a success? Yes or no? And maybe give me a reason why. But you are currently listening to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. I'll be back in a few.
Get ready for an unforgettable night out in downtown St. Charles at O-Shows, where live music, dining, and entertainment come alive. Visit the iconic Arcada Theater at 105 East Main Street and experience the venue voted Chicagoland's premier entertainment destination. Whether you're enjoying a headliner concert, dining at Rock and Ravioli, or hitting the speakeasy at Club Arcada, O-Shows creates memories. Tickets and event info at oshows.com, and you can call 630-962-7000. That's 630-962-7000. Make your reservation, bring your friends, and plan your next event at O-Shows. Live music, dining, and entertainment, all in one place. Visit oshows.com and join the fun tonight. Supporter of the America's First Responder Fest.
Finding a reputable business shouldn't require luck or chance. But how can you tell who you can trust? Pro tip: the BBB connects people with businesses they can trust. So think of the BBB as the better, check with the BBB first, because better businesses are honest and commit to high ethical standards bureau. That's why they're better. Always look for the sign of a better business and find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Fitting in shouldn't be hard, whether in life, on the court, or in the classroom. At Elgin Community College, you could find your place alongside those expanding their horizons, exploring rewarding careers, and achieving their dreams. A place for doers, thinkers, and believers. At ECC, we see you, we believe in you, and you'll fit right in. Learn more at elgin.edu/belong.
Hi, this is Sherry Aschenbrenner, Vice President of Dementia Friendly Elgin Area. Everyone knows somebody living with dementia. Caregivers and friends of those with dementia are always welcome at our Elgin Area Memory Cafe, always the second Tuesday of every month at 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. at the South Elgin Public Works Building, 1000 Bowes Road in South Elgin. Also, Dementia Friendly Elgin Area gives free 20-minute dementia awareness trainings to local businesses, church groups, to bunco groups. Just invite us. If If you'd like to get put on Sherry's senior email blast list, please email us at dfelist@gmail.com. Also, you can go and visit our website at dementiafriendlyelginarea.org.
Tune in to Sherry's Senior Moments radio show on the second Thursday of each month at 9:05 a.m. until 10 a.m. on WRMN AM 1410, WRMN Radio app, or WRMN Radio on YouTube. That's Sherry's Senior Moments, providing resources and information for our seniors in the community.
And welcome back into Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. Got a couple of funny responses on the YouTube at WRMN Radio. Yes, okay. For one, yes, it is vertical. If Caleb Williams is laying horizontal, he is going to be on his back. So thank you for that. And couple of listeners or one of the listeners like, wait until Sunday night to see how everything shakes out. Okay, fine, fair, whatever. I understand that point. And then another listener is saying, yes, it will be a success even if the Bears lose in the first round of the playoffs on Wild Card Weekend, no matter who they're playing. It might just be a little bit more devastating if the Chicago Bears lose that third time against the Green Bay Woodpeckers. But I get what they're saying. And yes, Derrick, this is a great year for the Bears. Still, there are areas to work on and get better. I wholeheartedly agree on that one. Most notably that, some of the things that need to get better for the Chicago Bears is the defensive aspect of things. While they are getting gashed. Ooh, that was a pop there. Sorry about that, everyone. But the Bears are getting gashed. Running the ball, passers getting past them, players being hurt. Yet, they are still tops in the league as far as taking the ball away. They were able to take away the ball against the San Francisco 49ers last week. Very first play, 5 seconds in, 7-0. Holy crap. I'm sorry, holy smurf. Didn't see that one coming. But yet, they're, the sieve-like defense of the defensive line. Whether or not Dennis Allen is calling the correct play calls, whether or not the players are executing the way that Dennis Allen is dialing up the defense, whether or not the players are in the correct position and recognize the formations that are coming at them, the plays that are coming at them, the runs, the pass motions that are coming at them. It remains to be seen what will happen. Because let's make no mistake about it. Probably this was the first time all year, with the exception of maybe that first Packers game, maybe the second Packers game as well, that the Bears were actually going up against a very, very good quarterback. And I don't care if what you say about Purdy. Yeah, he was drafted as Mr. Irrelevant. But him and Shanahan sure as hell got something going out there in the Bay Area, in Santa Clara. I got to correct myself, and I got to out myself. It's been Santa Clara all this time out there in San Francisco with the 49ers. Not Santa Clarita. I'm pointing the thumb. I was a Dumas. Much along the lines of not knowing my vertical and horizontal. Horizontal bop. Oh, yeah, that's right. Horizontal. Yeah, okay. you get what I'm saying. Try to keep this, PG-ish for those of you that are listening out there. But regardless, and yes, I do agree, the pass rush needs to get better. They need to get faster. They need to get to the quarterback. They need to put more pressure on the quarterback of the other team. Because what happens when the defensive line and or the linebackers come in and blitz and apply the pressure? Well, they don't have all that time in the world, which definitely seems to be the case over the last few games, for the QB for the other team to be like, yeah, no, one read, 2 read, no, 3 read, no, 4 read. Oh, you know what? I'll go back to number 1 and get the ball out there and somehow get a huge chunk play, a huge explosive play. And that needs to be, kind of addressed. And now I'm blanking as far as like the other defensive linemen on the Chicago Bears. Defensive linemen for the Bears. It's not Swift. It's not Jarrett. It's not Austin Booker. I mean, he sure as hell had a nice little game last week against the 49ers. But then, you also need to get rid of those penalties as well. Because, again, penalties.
No.
And yet it's been yes. Can't be giving up all those penalties. You can't be giving up the pass interference, the holdings, any of these penalties basically on defense with maybe encroachment. I'm sorry, not encouragement. I encourage the Bears to not take so many GD penalties, giving them, the opposition, more first downs, putting more pressure on the defense, because that's a no good. It's a no good. And you might possibly find yourself losing the game, whether it be this weekend against Detroit. I think they have a good shot, or in the playoffs. But you are currently listening to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 7 o'clock.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by Rain-X. While schools, government offices, banks, and stock markets are closed on New Year's Day, most major retailers and grocery stores will be open with modified hours. Delivery services are limited, and shoppers are urged to check local store hours before heading out. Fewer Americans filed for unemployment benefits last week, signaling that layoffs remain low. The Labor Department reports jobless claims fell to just under 200,000, though officials note holiday timing can affect the numbers as the job market continues to cool. The CDC says flu season is off to a rough start with cases rising faster than in recent years. More than 19,000 people were hospitalized last week, and officials estimate at least 7.5 million illnesses and more than 3,100 deaths so far. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code TOUR25 for a limited time and get a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first 2 fill-ups. Cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code TOUR25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first 2 tanks. That's code TOUR25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first 2 tanks.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby, brought to you by Rain-X. Fewer Americans filed for unemployment benefits last week, signaling that layoffs remain low. The Labor Department reports jobless claims fell to just under 200,000, though officials note holiday timing can affect the numbers as the job market continues to cool. The CDC says flu season is off to a rough start with cases rising faster than in recent years. More than 19,000 people were hospitalized last week, and officials estimate at least 7.5 million illnesses and more than 3,100 deaths so far. While schools, government offices, banks, and stock markets are closed on New Year's Day, most major retailers and grocery stores will be open with modified hours. Delivery services are limited, and shoppers are urged to check local store hours before heading out. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
Kohl's clearance deals are so good, you might want to brace yourself before you shop, because up to 70% off can do things to you. Sudden goosebumps, racing pulse, involuntary gasping at prices. You may even feel the uncontrollable urge to brag to someone, anyone, even Deb, the checkout lady who's seen it all day. Don't worry, that's just the thrill of Kohl's clearance. Shop it now in-store and online. Select styles, some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
FIFA World Cup 2026 is coming soon, but your opportunity to be there starts now through an exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card. For a limited time, become a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card holder, and you will be eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America NA in partnership.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast, brought to you by Hot Hands, America's favorite hand warmers. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 17, wind around 5 miles per hour. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy with a high near 28, temperatures falling to around 26 in the afternoon. Wind gusts as high as 10 miles per hour. Currently, it is 18 degrees with clear skies. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
FIFA World Cup 2026 is coming soon, but your opportunity to be there starts now through an exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card. For a limited time, become a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card holder, and you will be eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more at BofA.com/cardFWC26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America NA in partnership with Visa. Terms apply.
Kids today live in a world full of social pressure, bullying, and substance abuse. LEAD has a solution. LEAD connects law enforcement agencies with schools to deliver tested, proven, and effective anti-drugs and violence training to kids. Learn more about LEAD, Law Enforcement Against Drugs and Violence, and our work to create safer, healthier communities at leadrugs.org or on social media at We Are LEAD. Sponsored by LEAD, Inc.
My mom has taken up going to the park to practice yoga.
My dad's going to a club, but not a book club, a salsa club.
Finding new hobbies comes with age.
My mom has started getting lost and not knowing where she's going.
Becoming lost or disoriented doesn't. Confusion with time or place may be a sign of Alzheimer's. An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Ladies and gentlemen, step on inside. It's Big Top Sports, your thrilling ride. From the Chicagoland to lands afar. With Derrick Geyer, your sports czar. The game's the place from field to rink. Hot debates, fast takes, no time to blink. The Windy City roar, the fans ignite. Your circus of sports under radio light. Big time sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score. Geyer guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland.
And welcome back into Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM. With yours truly, Derrick Geyer. And if you want to be a part of the conversation, please go to youtube.com at WRMN Radio. You could see my lovely, smiling, tired, baggy-eyed face on the tube of views at WRMN Radio. Or if you want to call in at 847-931-1410, please do so. That's 847-931-1410. All right, so according... Ooh, excuse me. So sorry. That literally came out of nowhere. So with the Olympics being right around the corner in Milan or Cortina, Italy this year, 2026, the U.S. hockey team's roster has finally been finalized. And, well, let's see. We've got Wild, Jets, Knights, Wild, Lightning, Knights, Jets, Devils, oh my, Wild, Panthers, Mammoth, Red Wings, suck. Leafs, really suck. Boston Bruins, New York Rangers, Colorado Avalanche, Dallas Stars, Ottawa Senators, Carolina Hurricanes, Boston Bruins, Buffalo Sabres, Senators, Panthers, Rangers, and Blue Jackets. Wah, wah, wah. Well, as far as the United States hockey team goes, there are no Chicago Blackhawks on it. You have the likes of Matt Boldy, Kyle Connor, Jack Eichel, Brock Faber, Jack Gunsel, Noah Hannafin, Connor Hellebuck. Get to that in a minute. Jack Hughes, Quinn Hughes, Seth Jones. Well, I'm sorry. There's a Chicago Blackhawks player. Oh, wait. No. Not really. I mean, at one point in time, Seth Jones was a Chicago Blackhawk, but apparently he has done a complete and total 180. So congratulations to you, Seth Jones, for winning a Stanley Cup with the Florida Panthers last year and rehabbing your image and likeness and being likable as part of the Florida Panthers, enabling you to get onto the U.S.A. men's hockey team for this Italia Olympics. You also have Clayton Keller, Dylan Larkin, no surprise really, Austin Matthews, Charlie McAvoy, J.T. Miller, Brock Nelson, Jake Ottinger, Jake Sanderson, Jacob Slavin, Jeremy Swayman, Tage Thompson, Brady Tkachuk, Matthew Tkachuk, Vincent Trocheck, and Zach Wernski. Oh, yep. So the reason why, I kind of brought up the goalies there because you got Connor Hellebuck. You've got Jake Ottinger. Where is it? And Jeremy Swayman. No, I'm not trying to clear my throat here. But you do not have probably one of the guys that I would have thought might have had a chance at being part of the USA men's hockey team for this 2026 Olympics. I guess he's just going to have to wait another 4 years and build up that resume. And that person being Spencer Knight. And with that being said, Spencer Knight has had a pretty decent season this year, even though the Chicago Blackhawks have been a little uneven, if you will. He's played 28 games. He's got 11 wins, 2 shutouts, a goals against average of 2.63, and a save percentage of .909, all of which are pretty good. Let me look up and see NHL goaltenders stats. I was too busy looking it up. So going to NHL.com, goalies, and sure, take your time. Load up. I don't need you right away. Ugh. The best things in life are free. So right now, as far as, that's not team stats. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Well, whatever. Trying to do this on the fly here, and as it is. This is going great. Okay, so let me get off a couple of thoughts as to why I think that Spencer Knight has been left off and wasn't even offered a tryout for the team. Well, last year he was traded for Seth Jones. Seth Jones, formerly of the Chicago Blackhawks, went to the Florida Panthers. And who was Spencer Knight backing up? Other than that dude that is in goalie for the Florida Panthers. Let's see. I can't believe I'm having a brain fart right here. Oh, yeah. Anyway. So he's not really that much. I mean, while he's good, he's having a good season. He's not that established yet. And that is kind of what it appears that the coach is going for the U.S.A. hockey team. And I just think if you were to go down the list of players that I did not name and that were a little snubberson Because, I mean, look at it. Connor Hellebuck, Jake Ottinger, Jeremy Swayman. I could kind of make this, the case for Spencer Knight getting in there as far as, Swayman being off the roster based on the season. But right now, in his first full year of being the main backstop in the NHL for the Chicago Blackhawks, Spencer Knight is having a great season. He is part of the reason why the Chicago Blackhawks are doing what they are currently doing. I'll talk a little bit more about this on the other side. You are currently listening to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. Back in a bit.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. And we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case. And they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-257-3148. 800-257-3148. 800-257-3148. That's 800-257-3148.
Building a house is hard, but have you tried removing one? Flood Brothers takes the mess out of demolition. With fast roll-off dumpster delivery, reliable debris pickup, and a family-owned team that takes service personally. Call 630-261-0400 or visit floodbrothersdisposal.com. Flood Brothers Disposal, proud sponsor of America's First Responders Fest.
There's danger out there. It lurks on highways and quiet neighborhood streets. It's more likely to kill you than a shark and more terrifying than the biggest snake. Distracted driving claims lives every day. Every notification, swipe, social post, video, or selfie while driving risks your life. So while you might think public speaking or the zombie apocalypse is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough. But if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. The Alzheimer's Association provides care, support, and research to help you take control of the situation with your family and manage the disease together. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
And welcome back into Big Top Sports here in WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. And I am currently talking about Spencer Knight, USA Men's Olympic Hockey. Yes, it will be coming up right around the corner in February. But the name that escaped me, the guy that was impeding Spencer Knight's ascension for NHL goalies, that would be great googly moogly. Excuse me for a second. Would be Sergei Bobrovsky. Now, Sergei Bobrovsky, he is the back-to-back, two-time winning NHL Stanley Cup winner for the Florida Panthers. That is the person who was impeding Spencer Knight's ascension for, just regular playing time. You get the trade with Seth Jones, sending a disgruntled Seth Jones down there to Florida, giving them that key piece, or one of the key pieces to winning, back-to-back Stanley Cup championships. But then you also get back your goaltender of the future for the Chicago Blackhawks and Spencer Knight. That right there, for me, is pretty much why Spencer Knight was not picked to be a part of the USA men's Olympics, or men's Olympic team, if you will. And with that being said, there's also potentially another snub that is also on there as far as the men's team for Canada, and that being one Mr. I can't believe I just called him Mr. Connor Bedard. Except Connor Bedard's injured. He is currently injured. And while, yes, it would be a very big honor for Connor to be on this year's men's Olympic team, I do not necessarily think that it will be a bad thing for him to miss this. He needs to get healthy. He needs to come back and play for the Chicago Blackhawks. Now, I get the patriotism. I do. If you've seen that Four Nations face-off last year, and I mentioned this yesterday, with the 3 fights in 9 seconds, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hockey fans of all ages, let's get ready to fight. And boy, did they. And it was glorious. As a knucklehead hockey fan, or an old school hockey fan, harken back to the days of Bob Probert and Ty Domi, or Manson, and the bench clearing brawls and all that stuff. I'm hitting the way back. The St. Patrick's Day fiasco with the Chicago Blackhawks and the Minnesota North Stars at the time. Yeah, not the Minnesota Wild, but the Minnesota North Stars. Oh, great googly moogly. I hope I'm not catching what Sonar has. Oh, any hootie. But yeah, in another 4 years, if Connor Bedard is doing what he is doing, there is no doubt in my mind that he will be on Team Canada when the next Olympics come around. Now, whether or not NHL players are still going to be playing in the Olympics in 4 years, that remains to be seen. And the same goes for Spencer Knight as well. Because if he continues his ascension, he will also be one of the better, if not best, goalies going for the for the United States Olympics team. It's just as simple as that. And I kind of think to myself, if he just had better players. And I think to myself, yes, if the Chicago Blackhawks had a little bit better players right now, maybe his numbers would be a little bit better. Hell, the Chicago Blackhawks would be doing better. They wouldn't be in the current position that they are in. Now, granted, you're missing the players like Connor Bedard. You're missing the players like Frank Nazar to injuries. Nick Foligno. I mean, at this particular moment in time, really, the only one that would have probably made any sense of making the team would have been Connor Bedard. And unfortunately, he got hurt last month, and he's out. And when he's going to be making his return to the Chicago Blackhawks, well, that remains to be seen. Blackhawks injuries. So let's see what the status is. And this is according to... Okay, so according to this... Really? Okay, now I really need to do a deeper dive on it. Because according to this, it looks like Connor Bedard is actually back off the injuries list. Well, don't I feel like a jackass? Because Frank Nazar is on the injury reserve. Nick Foligno is off the injury reserve. So is Connor Bedard. Nothing like doing this at the, live radio right here. Healthy. Connor Bedard healthy. Okay. As of early, is recovering from a separated shoulder sustained in late December 2025, which has placed him on injury reserve. He was reported to be feeling good and starting rehab. Well, that doesn't do any good there. Okay, so he was expected to miss the rest of December, which, well, we already know we are in January of 2026. And two-way player Connor Bedard after the center is left off of 20-year-old. So, according to the Tribune, or Shy Trib Sports on Instagram, Chicago Blackhawks coach Jeff Blashill praised Connor Bedard's all-around game after the center was left off of Canada's roster for the upcoming Olympics. The 20-year-old Bedard is on injured reserve with a hockey shoulder injury. He skated before practice on Monday and could return this month. Okay, so there's even on the Blackhawks injury list. And this was reported 27 minutes ago. The 20-year-old Bedard is on injured reserve with a shoulder injury. So with that being said, I guess he's still on injured reserve. Although I have no idea why the update and everything was that of what it was on Chicago Blackhawks official website. So maybe he's back. Maybe they just took him off. I don't know. I'll have to dig a little bit deeper. But I will do this on the other side of this bottom of the hour break. You are currently listening to Not So Good Sports Radio here on WRMN 1410 AM with Big Top Sports. And yours truly, Derrick Geyer. Back in a bit.
With your news flash, I'm Ryan Gatenby. Brought to you by Rain-X. The CDC says flu season is off to a rough start with cases rising faster than in recent years. More than 19,000 people were hospitalized last week, and officials estimate at least 7.5 million illnesses and more than 3,100 deaths so far. While schools, government offices, banks, and stock markets are closed on New Year's Day, most major retailers and grocery stores will be open with modified hours. Delivery services are limited, and shoppers are urged to check local store hours before heading out. Fewer Americans filed for unemployment benefits last week, signaling that layoffs remain low. The Labor Department reports jobless claims fell to just under 200,000, though officials note holiday timing can affect the numbers as the job market continues to cool. I'm Ryan Gatenby with your news flash.
CVS Health supports people in the moments that matter, from picking up a prescription to connecting care. With nearly 5 million daily interactions and serving 185 million consumers and 1.5 million healthcare professionals, CVS Health holds a trusted place in healthcare. By simplifying care and improving health, we're helping people get the care they need. Learn more at cvshealth.com/investor day.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-990-1551. That's 800-990-1551.
When tragedy strikes, you need more than a lawyer, you need a voice. Romanucci and Blandon fight for justice in cases of personal injury, wrongful death, civil rights, and medical malpractice. With over $1 billion recovered, their results speak loud. Call 312-458-1000 or visit rblaw.net. That's 312-458-1000. Romanucci and Blandon, national impact, personalized care. No fee unless they win. Proud supporter of America's First Responders Fest.
Looking for something new? Try fencing, the Olympic and Paralympic sport that mixes speed, strategy, and fun. It's like chess meets cardio. Quick feet, quick decisions, and a satisfying beat when you score a point. Kids, teens, and adults can start anytime. No experience needed, and many clubs have loaner gear. Coaches teach fundamentals and safety from day one. Find a beginner class near you at usafencing.org/tryfencing. That's usafencing.org/tryfencing.
This is Will Walker with your Fox Valley forecast. Brought to you by Hot Hands, America's favorite hand warmers. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 17. Looking ahead to Saturday, mostly cloudy with a high near 28. Saturday night, partly cloudy with a low around 14. Sunday, mostly sunny with a high near 29. Currently, it is 17 degrees and partly cloudy. With your Fox Valley forecast, I'm Will Walker on WRMN, the talk of the town.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free. Ladies and gentlemen, step on inside. It's Big Top Sports, your thrilling ride. Big Top Sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score. Geyer guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland. Football frenzy and hoops so high. Baseball swinging as seasons fly. Hockey blades cutting swift and true. Sports carousel spinning just for you. Big Top Sports, feel the roar. Where the wild games come to score. Geyer guiding the sports band from the heart of Chicagoland.
And welcome back into Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM. And I cannot discern whether or not... Oh, wait. Welcome back into Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, Derrick Geyer. And I cannot discern whether or not Connor Bedard is still on the injury list or not, because according to the Chicago Blackhawks website, he is off of it, along with Nick Foligno. So by all intents and purposes, it looks like he would be back, even though he got snubbed and was left off of the list for the Canadian team. That sucks for him, but like I said, as far, and I'll wrap this a little bit up because the Winter Classic thing is going on down there in Florida. Spencer Knight and Connor Bedard, two players that I do believe Connor Bedard could potentially be on the men's Canadian hockey team this year. I do. I truly do. But they're going veteran-wise. They're going veterans. They're going with their veterans. Give it another 4 years. Who's going to be the face of the league? I think pretty safe in saying that it will be Connor Bedard, especially if he can continue to grind like he has been doing the past 3 seasons. Because make no mistake about it, he's gotten better every single year. The one thing that I would like to see with Connor is staying healthy. Because 3rd season in the NHL, 3rd season where he's had some sort of injury. And this latest one with his shoulder, that was kind of a freakish injury. As far as Spencer Knight goes, well, he just needs to play. And he is, I do believe, opening eyes up as far as being considered one of the better goaltenders in the NHL. If not one of the better U.S.-born goaltenders in the NHL. So the next time the Olympics come around in another 4 years, I do believe that you will see both these guys, both Connor Bedard and Spencer Knight, respectively, playing for their teams, their nations. Better way of putting it. And right now, if you weren't aware, since it is January 2nd of 2026, it is going to be, or currently underway, I should say, the 2026 NHL Winter Classic is currently going on in Miami at Lone Depot Park. And they are featuring the Florida Panthers versus the New York Rangers. This marks the first outdoor game in Florida's history. The broadcast is on TNT and True TV. It started at 7 o'clock. Now, this whole thing is, this is how it was touted. The event features summer meets winter themes with Miami Beach elements like cabanas and pools alongside winter scenery, showcasing the growing hockey culture in Florida as the 2-time champion Panthers host their first outdoor game against the Rangers. And I got to say, it's kind of cool. Hey Siri, what is the current temperature down there in Miami, Florida? It is currently 60 degrees down in Miami, Florida. So where they are playing the game, that's the current temperature. Hey, I wouldn't mind going to an outdoor classic, a winter classic game, hockey game, where it was that temperature outdoors. I know the people from Florida and everything would be, man, this is pretty cold. We're probably walking around in parkas and ski masks and all that fun stuff, trying to keep warm. Well, I mean, the temperature up here is what? 17 degrees? 17 from 60. 43 degree difference. I would be down there in my shorts and have all the Floridians looking at me like I am absolutely nuts. Kind of like how I left Chicago all those years ago, went out to Los Angeles and was walking through a parking garage, and the security guy there was bundled up in windbreakers, parkas, thermal underwear, I'm pretty sure, and it was only 60 degrees. And keep in mind, I left Chicago when it was a negative 20, and I was out there and it was 60 degrees. Talking an 80-degree difference, my guy. Hey, Brendan, what's up? Thank you for tuning in on youtube.com at WRMN Radio. I appreciate it, dude. Definitely appreciate all you listeners out there. And right now, I mean, you know who else is down in Florida right now? That would be the Chicago Bulls taking on the Orlando Magic. And as I'm looking at it, it is the second quarter, 8:26 left in the first half, and the Bulls are trailing the Magic by 2 points. I'm sorry. I can read really well. The Bulls are here in town taking on the Orlando Magic. This is going great. Whatever. Score is 37-35 in favor of the Orlando Magic, taking place at the United Center. I can read. Oh my good, great googly moogly. You know, after this show, I think I might just need to have like a libation or two, hit the reset button, get ready for next week, the new time, new slot, new, same old Derrick Geyer on Big Top Sports, new time slot. After Talk Time with Tammy next week, starting Wednesday. But, yeah. Oh, I don't know about you all, but, this time of year always seems to sneak up on me and just frazzle me. I don't know what day it is. I've heard that throughout the week. Man, okay, it wasn't Thanksgiving. It was New Year's Eve, Christmas, the week before that. Hey, I know how my, holidays and everything stack up, but I mean, whew. Oh my great googly moogly. Talk about being on the struggle bus right now. And I don't even know why. I haven't the slightest idea. But regardless, the Bulls are taking on the Orlando Magic down at the United Center, trailing 42-40 with 7:21 left in the first half. But the story with the Chicago Bulls is the fact that, well, there are injuries. So as of the new year or New Year's Eve, you have Zach Collins out, Josh Giddey out, Kobe White out. As of yesterday, Trenton Flowers out, Emmanuel Miller out, Lachlan Olbrich out. Man, talk about kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel of the bench. Where, I mean, just last week, just the week before that, the Chicago Bulls were on the rise. And speaking about being on the rise, you could catch On the Rise with Mike Napolitano and company this Saturday morning from 10 until noon. They are preceded by Fantasy Football Blitz with David Tees and John Payne. And they are preceded by Mr. Marcus Mack and Kyle Long. No, not that Kyle Long. He's going to be doing an NFL game. Not the Kyle Long with Mr. Marcus Mack from The Truth About Chicago Sports, 8 to 9 a.m. on Saturday. So 8 to 9 a.m., Truth About Chicago Sports. Marcus Mack, Kyle Long. 9 to 10 a.m., it is the Fantasy Football Blitz with David Tees and John Payne, followed by Mike Napolitano and company with On the Rise. And I'm pretty sure they will be talking more hockey, more snubs. I'm pretty sure Mike is going to have a take about Spencer Knight being left off the Olympic team for that. And he's doing some great stuff throughout the course of this last week. Catch him on the Rise on Instagram, also here on WRMN Saturday mornings as well, from, like I said, 10 to noon. But right now, I'm going to toss it to the final break of the show, and I will be back on the other side of this. You are currently listening to Big Top Sports with yours truly, Derrick Geyer, on WRMN 1410 AM.
Are you dreaming of a getaway? Want to leave the stress of daily life behind? Whether it's a relaxing cruise or an adventurous land escape, planning the perfect vacation doesn't have to be a hassle. At Cruises International, they specialize in vacation destinations, land and sea, making your dreams come true. Located at 1721 Moon Lake Boulevard in Hoffman Estates, Cruises International isn't just about booking travel. They're your personal concierge, trusted travel advisor, and advocate. Your preferences are unique, and they'll take the time to understand exactly what you're looking for. From personalized service to their global network of specialists, they ensure that your vacation is tailor-made just for you. It's time to plan the vacation of a lifetime. Call 800-255-7447. That's 800-255-7447 today and speak to a cruise and vacation expert. Cruises International. It's time to set sail to your dream destination.
Firearms are the #1 cause of death among kids, but we know that healthcare workers can make a huge difference. This is why prevention is absolutely critical. It starts with listening to the community, leaning in on those conversations to better inform what is the approach that you want to take. You are the champions for change. You can be the catalyst for integrating firearm injury prevention strategies into your practice and really benefiting your community. Let's agree to agree that we all have a role to play in ending this crisis.
Ready to tackle your junk piles? Call the Junk Luggers. From old furniture to entire cleanouts, we do the heavy lifting. And here's the best part. We rehome and recycle as much as possible to keep it all out of landfills. Feel good about your cleanout the green way. Call 1-800-LUG-JUNK or visit junkluggers.com today for your eco-friendly, stress-free service.
Tune in to Big Top Sports
with Derrick Geyer every weeknight from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m.
You'll have sports thoughts from the center ring of Chicagoland and to the outer rings from across the nation.
Whether from Chicago Cubs,
White Sox,
Bulls,
Bears,
Blackhawks,
Stars,
Fire,
Boomers,
whatever the national story is of the day.
Geyer and his sports czar takes will either have you nodding in agreement,
yelling at the radio,
or in all honesty,
a bit of both.
With the way the Chicagoland sports and sports are in general, there's bound to be
thrills,
chills, and
oh my God moments.
So get your snacks and libations ready,
because this is going to be a wild ride.
Big Top Sports with Derrick Geyer's quirky and insightful Fanatics take
will make you feel a little
or a lot better about your Chicagoland sports viewing experiences.
Tune in to Big Top Sports with Derrick Geyer every weeknight from 6 p.m.
to 8 p.m.
Absolutely so bizarre hearing that commercial while I'm actually doing my show, as you are probably tuned in to my show, hopefully tuned into my show, but Make no mistake about it, you are currently listening to Big Top Sports here on WRMN 1410 AM with yours truly, the Sports Czar. Got to change that. Derrick Geyer. But a couple of questions here on the YouTube at WRMN Radio. And what are some of the reasons why the Chicago Bulls have been getting injured? And as far as I can discern with the injuries that the frequent injuries and where they are stemming from is the fact that, you know, they're soft tissue injuries, calf strains, hamstring strains, player overuse, maybe some fatigue, because they are playing a brand of fast-paced basketball, or at least they had been. You've had the injuries to Kobe White, who's been battling a calf strain and calf, tightness for a majority of this season. He's already missed a lot of time. Then you also have Josh Giddey, who, apparently suffered he has suffered a significant hamstring strain that is going to be sidelining him for the foreseeable future. Well, day to day, as it were. Again, Zach Collins with the sprained toe, and someone that I have not seen, although I thought he missed the last game or was a little bit hobbled, was Nikola Vucevic. So, there's that aspect of things as well. But, hey, thank you for chiming in. I do appreciate it. Yeah, and I'm not exactly sure if it is poor conditioning, because at this point, I think they are or the players that have been playing are in pretty good basketball shape. I would have to reach out to a basketball expert, and I'm hoping to do so. And I'm hoping that the new earlier time slot from 4 to 6, starting on Wednesday after talk time with Tammy, will help me get more guests and more insightful people that know what they're talking about. Not just me. Oh, wait. Did I just say that I don't know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that was kind of stupid. STOOPID. But with that being said, yeah, more guests in here that know what it is and why certain things are happening. Because one of the things that I lauded in the very beginning of the season for the Chicago Bulls and why they were off to their 5-1, 6-1 record was the fact that they are running and gunning it. They are a little bit more physical under the boards, getting more bang for their buck with the rebounds on the offensive and defensive side of things. But over the course of this past year or so, or since the start of the year, I should say, Chicago Bulls record, not so hot, obviously. They win 5 games in a row, then they lose 3 games in a row. They win 5, so it's just, and as far as the season goes, I know from talking with listeners of the show and other people in the know that, well, it's just frustrating as all get out. And I just don't, and I had Marcus Mack calling me, surprising me, yesterday. You could catch Marcus's show, Truth About Chicago Sports, here on these airwaves tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. until 9 a.m. And basically it's like, why are they keep on bringing back people that seemingly don't know what the hell they are doing? Settling for mediocrity. I couldn't tell you. I don't have anything against Billy Donovan as a coach. Although some people say that he's not the coach that you need to take to the next level, to take the next step. But I mean, who are the players that you have for the Chicago Bulls? Missing out on potential draft picks and everything for the likes of Alex Caruso when you traded him to Oklahoma City Thunder. And then, yeah. With that being said, winning a playoff, well, not just winning a playoff game, winning the whole enchilada and taking the NBA title last season. You missed out on a potential draft pick with Alex Caruso. You missed out on selling high on other players. Zach LaVine. You've shot yourself in the foot by signing the just aforementioned Zach LaVine to the Supermax deal that you did. Bidding against yourself. For what reason? To keep Zach LaVine happy? That you traded for anyway? That you didn't really get a whole hell of a lot in return for? But as long as the Bulls are going to be the top 3, top 5 in attendance year after year after year after year, with one of the biggest stadiums in the association at over 21,000 capacity, it's not going to change. And also with what Marcus was talking about and what we had previously talked about on Big Top Sports, yes, going to a game at the stadium, or I'm sorry, at the United Center, it is a very fun atmosphere. What they do is what keeps on bringing the fans back in to pack the place. They're the dancers. They're not the lovables anymore. They're dancers. They know what they're doing. They put together very good routines. The interaction between timeouts, TV timeouts, coaches called timeouts. That's some fun stuff too. And then you got the halftime show as well. I could completely and totally understand why it is being sold out night in and night out. But until that attendance takes a dip, I really don't see much going forward. I don't see much progress happening. And with that being said, tune in to The Truth About Chicago Sports from 8 to 9. Fantasy Football Blitz from 9 to 10. And On the Rise from 10 to noon tomorrow morning here on WRMN 1410 AM. I've been your host for Big Top Sports. I am Derrick Geyer. Once again, Happy New Year. Have a great New Year and have a very safe and happy weekend. Later.
Britain's touchless car wash. They know life gets busy. That's why they're here 24/7 to keep your car looking spotless, fast, and easy. Their advanced brush-free wash technology delivers a sparkling clean without a single scratch because they treat your car like it's their own. Here's the best part. Right now, you can get a free car wash just for joining their text club. It's simple. Just text BRITT to 30400, and your first wash is on them. Britain's touchless car wash has 2 convenient locations, 1923 Larkin Avenue in Elgin and 555 Willow in West Dundee. They're proud to keep your car clean while giving back to our community.